So here we go, Na'Vi versus Tornado, 5-5, Na'Vi on the attack, and they're going straight middle, Mojo.
Na'Vi is all out, pushing straight forward, going super aggressive tactics where they're going to sneak their mediums in the buildings in the F-line village, and they have only one guy who will go for the red line, and that's Kirilloid.
They took very little damage so far. Both FVs actually missing their shots. Server and Apua did not connect that, and you can see his Nuclear still going for that zero line. Doesn't look like he is. It doesn't look like he is. He stopped. That's different.
And this is actually completely another tactics because Ding played the split, more or less, and their tanks were late. Na'Vi plays super aggression here. They are all in here. They took positions, and they have one guy pressuring the cap that is just to provoke the enemy reaction, while Scorpion is covering them from the back. Now, Scorpion will very soon have to move away, actually, because he will be pressed from the back, and he expects it and knows it. Yeah,
Rhino is already running away. That's good stuff here. He's repositioning. Well, he's staying for now, but Diodor is coming towards that middle area. Let's see, Diodor versus Rhino. Rhino should at least connect the shot here. Rhino's on the run. Diodor should be able to pick him up. Rhino gets around the corner though, and Lefsha, he's coming quickly. Diodor needs to run now. Nesquik takes a shot, and it's Wheezy.
Lefsha is spotted actually, so Diodor has an info that he needs to split. But also they have important info that there is a lack of tanks from Na'Vi there.
Yeah, now Nuclear is pushing forwards with the rest of their team. They have the HP advantage here. Rhino and Lefsha desperately need to get into the fight as Griffon is getting focused, but Server takes down Strike. Apua taking a lot of damage now from the backline. That's Kirilloid providing with the sniping cover, but still, Tornado is in the lead with HP, and Lefsha is still out of the fight, and Slide will probably die here very quickly. Apua, he's almost dead as well, but Nuclear picks up Slide, and Tornado still right now in control of this round, and near you Server pushing forwards, knowing that there's two tanks that are on a fight.
Strike is down, Slide is down, two main shooters for Na'Vi are down, Inspirer is almost out there. He can even be rammed by Nesquik if he wanted to do it. It does look like a complete landslide because there is 7 guys from Tornado live and only 3 of the Na'Vi guys while they're in attack. That's really not something you come back from.
Lefsha here desperately trying to pick up Nesquik and misses the last shot as well as Rhino goes down. 2 tanks left standing, 7 guys alive from Tornado Energy here, and they're going to put themselves on match point first. And Tornado, they hold on the defense. Now Lefsha goes in knowing that the round is over, gets focused down. Griffon picks it up. Kirilloid, the last man standing, and Tornado will put themselves on match point. It took him a while. Na'Vi came back from 4-1. Now Kirilloid versus 7 does not really work out in his favor, and it will be Tornado on match point.
This wicked VZ, man, he's just connecting all the shots.
Yeah, again, that's another one from the WZ.
Near you, the bane of the tanks is VZ. Well, I know we are not thinking that actually they can pull off the attack against Na'Vi, Tornado, but you never know. Maybe they have some joker there and the match can be over in the next game right there and then.
Gonna have to find out, and I think it's gonna be a tiebreaker still, Mojo.
These screens are really cool also, in front of the players.
Says victory.
Yes, Победа. Или on Serbian it would be Pobeda. It's actually written the identically same.
So, match point for Tornado.
It was always a possibility. We didn't know who has the first roll. It is always higher chance on Ruinberg if you're defending that you will win. But we will see how will Tornado attack go now. Like this Na'Vi attack was rather sloppy and it just looked like something to be played. It didn't look like something really well played or thought of or whatever. It's just something that maybe work, maybe not.
I still think Na'Vi can at least win the defense, and then Prokhorovka, who won the quickest round. That's something to start be important here.
Oof. Well, Himmelzorf was not fast.
No, cliff attack from
Cliff
attack from Na'Vi was the quickest, I think. But the stats here near you. Where is Nesquik? He's not on the first page. Feels bad, man. I thought he did more.
Yeah, I actually thought he did more than 1500 damage, but apparently not. Near you, almost 3000 in his T62A single shooter Russian medium. Still, I would say maybe even the best of the Russian mediums of all of them.
And Nesquik did around 1000, I think. We'll see it on the second page here. Server again, decent performance. He's been really playing well for somebody that's been with the team.
He is constant. He is constant. He's like a first page material always.
Yep, and there we have it, second page. Apple, wow, really not having the good games.
Oh, Lesha also here pretty much, and Rhino out of the game 90% of the time.
Out of the game for a long time. And it was good though from Tornado. As soon as they saw those two tanks, they just pushed forward with everybody else.
There's the problem with that amount of budgets. Like, you can't really push into trenched up tanks because you will take so much damage approaching. If you don't have any cover, that it will not be worthwhile. You still have to clip out. There is like a couple of seconds between the shells, so it doesn't really work that way. Match point and the game for possible straight qualifier for Grand Finals.
Hellraisers can... Tornado Energy can use this because sometimes they do flunk at season finals. They've done it before, where they didn't qualify and had to be picked up by the wildcard system.
Yeah, that was really awkward moment because they were actually the ruling champions of the last Grand Finals.
Yep, and they got a wildcard, but
it paid off because they gave exemplary performance there.
Yep, indeed, becoming second.
And had a really huge chance actually to take down the Navi.
Like, yes, but like you said, the only thing that matters is the
victory.
The result is all we remember.
Yes, history is written by victorious.
Oh, Navi. I wonder if Tornado's going to bring back the mouses now or not. Well,
I would really like it, actually.
Let's find out in the lineups here. Tornado. Nope, no. They're going for the CDC tactic. Oof.
Well, CDC is huge risk if someone knows to defend against it, especially if they manage to stop that CDC before. Of course, Tornado can try to play some mind game and maybe play the open cap. We've seen that kind of play before.
Didn't really work.
But it didn't really work out, yes.
You know what's going to happen. It's blind shots for a few minutes and then try to drive the CDC on the cap.
Yeah, it's just... It has to be something more than that to win Navi like this.
We'll see.
Oh, but they have 2 TVPs and that's kind of a big giveaway because they're going to try to prevent anyone approaching the cap.
They're going to block anybody crossing A-line.
So that's what we mean is you go toward the top cap with those TVPs and you position them so you can shoot out anyone who tries to cross over in the corner, in that little corner up above the cap. So if they manage to prevent that, they're pretty much they can play something with that CDC tactics as long as the CDC driver gets to the position on time. We've seen how Dingex lost.
Koritz went too far.
Because Koritz didn't turn the tank properly, went too far.
Yeah.
And the guy behind, that is usually I7, simply could not cap because they always had some little portion of him.
Well, Mojo, here we go. The last round of regular time, 6-5 for Tornado. Match point here for the Champions Rumble. And like we said, they are going north. And so is a lot of the Navi tanks because they know they have to counter it. Well, actually, only 2. Lefshot's going to try and... No, he's not going to try and cross. Is he going to try and cross? No, he's not.
He's just spotting there. Nestui is already spotted in his CDC, and he's the only one spotted now is Dider. Ooh, direct shot, blind shot. Second.
Third.
Wow! Whoa!
Full blind clip from Diador. Completely removed Lefsha. What a play! And why is Lefsha in those bushes? We've seen this multiple times. Over and over, every single time. They will blind shot those bushes. Yes, they normally don't clip you in one go, but he would still die.
Seriously, like that is a bush when you are drawing default tactic, you would say, yeah, there would be a guy in this bush. What on earth made them think that Tornado will not blind shoot it?
This is bad. This is bad, Mojo.
This is super problem for them now, but also they position so many tanks around that they can actually probably take out CDC as soon as he peaks now.
Hopefully.
But those TDs, if they manage to do any kind of spotting, they can actually hurt them badly. Like Strike is there in cooldown, but what cooldown can you play against FVTD, man? There is no tank that can play cooldown against that.
There is no cooldown for FVTD. Oh, Strike has to be careful here as well. Just playing around with his 430, I mean.
430 maybe had a trolley gun, but I must admit of all the Russian mediums, it has the far best armor now.
Ryu is now edging forwards a little bit. Apo still spotted over here. 2 tanks trying to shoot at him, but they have no angle so far. That TVP completely covered by the statue.
I know what this schemo reminds me, on scale of a Dragon Man.
Perhaps. Strike is spotted though, he has to be careful. the FVTDs will start taking positions to shoot towards him, and he needs to be super careful here. I don't understand what they did with left shot, but it is going to cost him in the long run.
This was really sloppy play, but of course it's still not done. You can see everyone how they're positioning trigger happy to shoot anything like a micrometer of texture if it appears. And there is a whole lot of blind shooting more now coming in from Tornado, trying to win as much positions they can. Now the issue here is obviously because they're blind shooting so much, Navi moved back down and actually CDC will have an opening toward that position.
I think CDC will make it onto cap if he decides to go for it. EU is going to try and make a pick here against Inspirer. That would be foolish, I think. If he does go for it, he's going to take 2 shots, I think, for this trade against Inspirer. Near you is now peeking. We're trying to peek slowly. Why is Anatolic rotating?
They're afraid not to get caught in a back rotation because they don't spot anyone. They only see Apple now. And he was not spotted until now. So there was a possibility for a couple of tanks from Tornado to just go in the back with the Bachat, Grille and things like that and just try to surprise them. And if that would happen, Inspirer would be dead. They would have no means to protect him. Not really.
If Nesqui gets onto this cap correctly, this game is over. Still feel like Navi just has 2 little tanks north.
Yeah, I mean, they are putting a lot of resources toward this middle, but that leaves one cap vulnerable, and that might actually be the play of Tornado, keeping all the guys unspotted, so Navi would actually think about rotations and possible choices. Oh,
ooh, he didn't actually connect onto near you.
No, he didn't. Neither of them did. I would say both were lucky in a manner of speaking.
Although Inspirer should always hit that shot, but here we go. Here is Nesqui's approach. He will get onto the cap almost for free. He didn't take a single shot so far. Finally does. He gets ammo wrecked. He gets struck. He's not making. No, no, Nesqui! No, he got set on fire, and he didn't. He couldn't turn anymore on time because of the fire. At least that's what it looked like.
I must.
No! You know what happens? Fire, right? 50% crew. He couldn't turn. Look at it. This is not safe. This doesn't work.
The thing is, why don't people use a handbrake when they're parking there? Like CDC in full speed can turn in 90 degrees like that, and then you push him with I7.
This does not work, Mojo. This does not work. It's slight high.
I know, but why does he have to do it like that? Of course, he has to cover the bit of the wall with his front end. But if he needs to do that, turning tank like that was just silly. It has to be driven better. I would say, like, if you just drive full speed and do the handbrakes, and or maybe even just park yourself and let I7 push you all the way. Whatever is better than this.
Strike here, just carefully, very carefully trying to spot. The base should be resetted at any moment. I mean, this is not safe whatsoever. There is angles. I can see them, so they can as well. The track is sticking out.
The track is sticking out.
There we go. First shot, Rhino onto the track straight away. There's the reset. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left. How a round can fall to pieces.
It's again evolving around one critical element, and that is at CDC position. We already mentioned it on the very start of the game, and it's falling apart due to it.
Strike's gun got damaged. Somebody hit his gun with H3. Might have been one of the FEs, actually. Ooh, big shot, 974 onto Strike. They need to get a different angle of spotting. Strike! Minus 1.6. This is not good here. The 430 is taking so much damage. He needs to go safe. He needs to get unspotted. Somebody else needs to spot Nuclear, because Strike, he is on a sliver of health and in trouble.
Wow. That gun is not accurate to start with, so he did repair it. But as Taki said, he has to go away now. And there has to come some another play from Navi. On all honesty, this heavy should spot his own decap all the time. Anatolic.
Still no decap here.
But this is leaving the vulnerable because, I don't know.
Splash under, no.
Apple and Diodor.
Splash next to the rack. There we go. Nice. That's it. Splash next to the rack. I don't understand why it took Anatolic so long to figure it out.
I was actually expecting that maybe TVPs will try to rush.
Yeah, they will now. They're going to go for the A-line crossing. Will Strike spot it though? Will Strike spot it? Will anybody spot it? I mean, they will get across and Strike will probably die for it. Apoa gets spotted, gets hit instantly by HG and actually gets penned as well. 489, 871. Apoa on the crossing, getting really beaten up right now. Minus 1.5. He's almost dead. One more shot will do the job. Strike misses here. We'll have one more shot before he goes down. Perhaps if Server doesn't get the trigger finger quickly. There we go. The shot goes in. Server will now finish off Strike. But in return, they've pretty much lost Apoa. They've pretty much lost Griffon as well. Anatolic trying to do what he can here, but he's getting clipped from the side, and he's going to need some support at one point as well. But still, the trades here for Na'Vi, they're good, and the reloads are on right now for Tornado.
If Anatolic falls, there is a real pressure on the cap coming in. The rotation is coming through the city because they must respond from that side at the moment. Near you is waiting for a shot here, but he doesn't find it, and Anatolic is actually pulling back. Slide is taking a lot of damage, and there are still rotating guys from the Na'Vi in the back.
Slide is actually getting clipped right now. He's down to a one-shot, but he's still doing damage onto Near you. He goes unspotted. He misses the last shot, but still, there's only 4 tanks left standing here for Na'Vi, and there is 6 for Tornado, the gun in the game, but finally, the rotation's coming out here. Krillord, they capped! They capped! I didn't even notice.
They kept in the final seconds. There was no reset, and the game just snuck in.
I didn't
Na'Vi
even notice.
Actually lost on a silly cap.
I didn't notice. Wow.